D&D just released some extra guidance for Heroes of the Borderlands. Are they admitting that their new starter box had some mistakes?
Big mistake.
Welcome back to Above the Table. We're back from our summer break and have plenty of new stories to cover, including a look at the new Heroes of the Borderlands starter set and what D&D is doing to respond to some criticism surrounding this new set. Now, before we dive into today's video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so we can keep making videos just like this one. Last month, Wizards of the Coast released the Heroes of the Borderlands starter box, a new starter box containing a re-implementation of the Keeps on the Borderland adventure from 1979. The adventure was updated somewhat to make it 2024 rules friendly, but it kept the spirit of the adventure, namely the sandbox style of play with no immediately evident storyline. One reason Wizards kept the generally plotless adventure intact is to allow all players a chance to DM the game. With no storyline for DMs to keep track of, all players could take a turn running an encounter without worrying too much about spoilers or trying to dangle plots that another DM would have to follow up on. It's also in keeping with how the original sandbox adventure worked. There was no real plot, just some loosely connected threads that players could piece together on their own to eventually find the Caves of Chaos and stop the Cult of Chaos. However, the sandbox nature of the starter box was roundly criticized in reviews, as it's very different from how standard D&D campaigns tend to go. And also, the total freedom might be a little bit too free for new DMs to handle. In response to this, D&D released a guidance article written by Justice Armand, the lead designer of the Heroes of the Borderland box. In the article, Armand provided some advice on how to kick off the campaign, a general plot to follow that links together the loose plot threads into a more coherent storyline, and even provides it with a proper ending. Honestly, I think the guidance was probably necessary from the start. While sandbox campaigns are fun, they're not how typical D&D campaigns go these days, and the box feels kind of empty for new players without an obvious start here point. While I'm sure people would be able to handle the lack of direction, after all, that's what the original Keep on the Borderlands did, and that was played by hundreds of thousands of newcomers back in the day. This guidance feels more in line with how D&D is played today. Plus, the content is free, so it doesn't hurt anybody with its existence. So what do you think of the new add-on to Heroes of the Borderlands? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.